The first thing we want to do is manipulate Publisher. If you would, let's go ahead and open it up. So if you go to Start, click Programs or All Programs, and then finally Microsoft Publisher. It's a close-up look of where you ought to be clicking. Once you open it up, you should look at a menu that looks just like that. Scoot back here so that I can see your screens. Alrighty. You want to go to the second row, second to last format from the right, and click there. There's your newsletter, and it opens another menu. These are all the choices you have to choose from when it's your turn to go into the lab in a couple of days. But for now, we're going to work with one particular format. So you'll notice that the formats are alphabetical. If you scroll down using the bar to the right, you'll find the format entitled Layers. Find that. Are we there? What's happened? Okay. This is why we made it a PowerPoint. So I'm going to back up just a little. Bear with us, the rest of the class. There you go. All right. Layers. Click Create. On the right-hand side. Okay. Once it loads, you should look at a page that looks just like this, only yours is going to be smaller. So let's practice playing with it. This size is too small. We can't see those words. I don't want you to increase the font because the font of your newspaper has to be 10 or less. What I want you to do instead is enlarge the page. So if you look at the bottom right-hand corner, there's a little slidey thingy. Play with that until you can increase the size of your page to at least 100%. I wouldn't go above 150 because then you're working with something that won't allow you to see what you're working with. Do I need to back up? All right, that's fine. If you have a better way, use it. I don't care how you get there as long as you get there. All right, so let's go to page 1 at the top left-hand corner. You see the words business name. Highlight that. Just like you would in Word, double-click the word. And once you've highlighted it, change that name to your school name. I already changed mine. Okay. Good. The next thing I want you to do is to go over to the newsletter title. Highlight that. Now remember, the purpose of working with this publisher is to create a newspaper that tells everybody else about the book you just read. I just read a book called The Three Little Pigs, so I'm going to change my title to something that fits that book. The Big Bad News. Your turn. Change your newsletter title to something creative. Okay, let's remember, we don't want to use a title that someone else already used. That's called stealing. All right, anyone want to volunteer a title they have for their book? you want to shot? You want to share yours?
I just read Handmaid's Tale, so I did Tales from the...
Okay, very nice. Very nice. Anyone else? I like this up here. What did you just read?
I just picked my favorite movie instead.
Your favorite? Okay.
Yeah. I did the Yellow Brick Road pages.
Okay. I like that, the yellow brick. There's a path to follow. Open the page. Very good. Alrighty. So, now we're going to take a look inside. If you look over on the left-hand side of your screen, you can click on the double page under the navigation panel. That will open up pages 2 and 3. When you open it, you're going to find yourself looking at page 3. We don't want to be there. We want to scroll over, manipulate that bottom bar so that you're looking at page 2 instead. A little bit more. There we are, page 2. Raise your hand when you're there. All right, so let's highlight that little caption underneath the picture. We're going to replace that picture eventually to fit our book. So eventually I'm going to look for a picture that's going to work with Mr. Wolf being caught blowing down houses. That horrible Mr. Wolf. Okay, very good. All right. I'll know that we're ready to move on when I see you looking up ahead here. Okay. What about spacing? Last year when we did this project, we ran into big problems because this space, according to what it says underneath here, I'm at the bottom of page 1 again. You don't have to go there, just listen. It says that it only fits 75 to 125 words. That's a problem because the essay you have to fit in there is 500 words. How on earth do we make that happen? Say again? Summarize it?
Make it smaller.
Well, right now it's at 8, I believe font 8. What I want you to do is put the whole article in there, but make it continue on another page. And so here you'll notice I've already put in the beginnings of an article. Notice the red box here. This text is longer than the allowable space. I've run out of room. That little red box, the box with the red squares and circles, it's a warning to me that says, hey, your essay does not end here. It goes on further. So then what I have to do is click on that little box in the corner where the ellipsis is.